Hi there, boys and girls. You might wonder, why is Mrs. Thompson going to read the Bible in the dark? Well, our story is a very interesting one, and it's about this man right here. Do you know who that man is? We were reading about Joshua. So he is Joshua, the leader of God's people. God's people are having a great fight with some other people. In the picture, you can see all the men fighting. The sun is beginning to go down, and it will soon be dark, like it is right here at Mrs. Thompson's house. And Joshua and God's people will not be able to see to fight. In this picture, Joshua is talking to God about the sun. He is asking God to keep the sun from going down. He wants it to stay where it is so that it won't get dark for a long time. God is listening to Joshua's prayer. And there will be no night at all on this day. Wow. It does not get dark because God is keeping the sun up there in the sky. God listens to Joshua and doesn't let the nighttime come. And now Mrs. Thompson is going to read to you from the Bible, from Joshua chapter 10, verses 6 through 15. And this is what it says. And the men of Gibeon sent unto Joshua to the camp to Gilgal, saying, Slack not thy hand from thy servants. Come up to us quickly and save us and help us. For all the kings of the Amorites that dwell in the mountains are gathered together against us. So Joshua ascended from Gilgal, he and all the people of war with him, and all the mighty men of valor, the strong people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Fear thou not, for I have delivered them into thy hand. There shall not a man of them stand before thee. Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly, and went up from Gilgal all night. And the Lord discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the way that goeth up to Beth-horon, and smote them to Azekah, and unto Makkedah. And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel, and were in the going down to Beth-horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died. They were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Then spake Joshua, here's his prayer, to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and hasted not to go down about a whole day. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. Wow. What would you think if the sun didn't go down one day? Did Joshua want it to become dark? What did Joshua ask God to do with the sun? And did God answer Joshua's prayer? That's the only time that's ever happened in the last 6,000 years since God made the world. That's pretty amazing, isn't it, boys and girls? I hope you liked reading the Bible with me today. Or tonight. I should have said tonight. Bye-bye, boys and girls. Show you how dark it is here. There's a little bit of light out there. Good night.